goodness. This thing on? Come on! Go, rep, go! Go, rep, go! If he can't do it, great! We are back from Card Party, baby. Team Red also did take the win. Today, I want to show you exactly what I went through this past weekend at Card Party. And let me just tell you this. It was absolutely amazing. And I have all of the Vault Squad to thank for it. You guys are freaking amazing, and I love you guys. Let's check out what we did this last weekend.
Welcome to the hobby.
A shining of magic card.
Oh, there's no way!
Oh, we did it!
Another rainbow! So let me just start off by saying, Pat Flynn, bro, you have probably changed the game when it comes to Pokemon cons or just meetups, events in general that we can look forward to as a community every single year, because there is going to be a Card Party 2.0, so I've heard. And I honestly believe, dude, you don't really understand yet, or we all don't understand the ripple effect of what this first event has created or will create in the future, and I just can't wait to watch that. And if it does become something big, like a multi-time per year event, which I think it will be, you heard it here first. Friday, June 9th was the first day of Card Party, and my day actually didn't start at the event itself. I was actually at the airport picking up Cool Trainer Ryan,
Fusion Strike,
and Nick, aka Pokerev. Everything happened later in the day on Friday. The event hall wasn't open, nor were the vendors open up for business, but there was a meet and greet with some of the big guys just after lunch, followed up by the event hall doors opening up and Pat Flynn doing an insane intro to the event, welcoming everyone. And what you saw at the beginning of the video, that was literally the intro to Card Party. It slapped so hard, it was crazy. Pat even brought me up on stage, which truth be told was my first time being recognized in that way in the Pokemon community. We even opened up some Team Rocket packs, and of course, I came through with the holo pull to save the day. The real highlight of Friday for me anyway was the late night trade night, where we may or may not have had a few drinks of apple juice, of course. There was pack openings and just creators and viewers hanging out like it was no big deal, which I'd love to see. I will also say that I got swarmed the moment I walked in by the Vault Squad. A line literally formed as soon as I walked in the double doors. My first steps in the entire event. It's a weird feeling being a normal civilian in your day-to-day life, and then you go to one special event and it makes you feel like you're some sort of celebrity or VIP. But from my point of view, I was more excited to meet my viewers than I think they were excited to meet me. And that's the honest to God truth. So let's talk about Saturday. We casually started off the day by breaking a world record for most Pokemon packs opened in one place at one time. This was literally insane, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of. And that's honestly a nod to Pat Flynn and his group. And dude, I gotta say this, you have the innate ability to take 2,000 people and make them feel like they're a part of the group and just make them feel special in their own way. And that's honestly not easy to do. I was also a part of my first panel ever as a Pokemon YouTuber, where we discussed the future of Pokemon. And it was actually my first time meeting Not Shivam, Twice Baked Jake, and John, or aka Pokemon Radar. Straight from there, I had to hustle over to my very first meet and greet. I had a lot of firsts, honestly, if I just had to say that out loud. I met so many squad members. It was literally the most fulfilling 2 hours of my life. Another thing that I was not expecting is that my line stayed so strong the entire time, and they actually had to cut it off, which I was a little bit bummed out about, but I totally understood because the next person obviously had to get their meeting restarted. And maybe that's something for Card Party 2.0, and I'm talking to you, Pat. The Vault Squad was literally showing out that day, and every day for that matter. So maybe we should get a meet and greet at least 2 of the 3 days, or honestly, probably all 3 days if we're just saying it. And I know I say it all the time, guys, but if it wasn't for all of you watching at home, supporting me, being members of the channel, and just longtime viewers, this would literally mean nothing. I would actually just be a dude in a room full of Pokemon product in my mid-30s talking to no one. Not creepy at all. Little did I know when Pat told me that I would be helping on the Saturday night. I had no idea that I would actually be up on the stage with him, wired with a microphone, to experience one of the most insane moments of my Pokemon YouTube career. So the whole weekend itself was red versus blue, obviously, but the pack battles came down to Team Blue and Team Red duking it out, opening up heavy base set packs. Team Blue comes up to the plate and literally knocks a dinger into Tomorrow with a hollow Blastoise pull. We had our backs against the wall. We go to TCG Player, and the only card that is more valuable than the Blastoise itself is, of course, the hollow Charizard. And almost as if the clouds parted and the earth stood still, this little dude pulls the hollow Charizard, which hits us all square in the face, and the room literally explodes. And the only word that I could use to describe this feeling was electrifying. I also think that I actually jumped off the stage at one point, but we will confirm with a video playback. Saturday night back at the house was more of the same. I think we may or may not have had opened a few hundred packs of Fusion Strike between all of us. The Axeman also pulled an alternate art Mew VMAX, if I'm not mistaken, and that literally came out of nowhere. But again, discretion is the name of the game, and we have to move on to Sunday now. I was able to open 3 packs of Plasma Storm with Pat live on a drip feed. I signed about 300 binders. I may or may not have marked someone's head with a black magic marker, multiple Pokemon balls, and that sounded wrong. A lot of signatures is what I'm trying to say on a lot of different items, things, products, all of the above. I will say though, one thing that I keep reflecting on while I'm writing this short story is all of the creators that I got to meet who I would never had had an opportunity to. And I think that was one of the byproducts of the beauty of this event, and what Pat was able to provide by hosting this thing is it created so many tethers between Pokemon YouTubers and just creators in general, whether it was being in front of the camera, editors, what have you. This was one of the best payoffs for the entire event. Most people would pay to be in this position. So some of the creators that stick out in my mind are Real Breaking Nate and Marie, which are some of the most genuine people that you'll ever meet. There's also Chloe and Dean, who I almost feel like I've grown up with in the last 2 years. I know that sounds weird, but you get what I'm saying. Danny Phantom, who was literally someone I would just sit next to on an airplane for a 10-hour flight. There was also OK J Love, who hosted one of our other panels, and I'll just say this. He's my sweet little Julian. I know that sounded weird, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. And I know Ryan will make fun of me for saying this, but there's just no other way. Spending time with you boys at the Airbnb was literally one of the most meaningful experiences that I've had that I can remember in my life, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I consider all of you guys friends for life now, and I literally cannot wait until the next time that I get to hang out with you boys. I got to meet so many of the up-and-coming Pokemon YouTube creators, really the class of tomorrow, and there was just so many people that everyone's name escapes me, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. I appreciate you all, and I hope to be able to chill with you guys more at the next card party so we can create that, you know, that connection and that friendship. Lastly, Sunday ended the way that Friday started, and that was with Pat once again making you feel like you were a part of the show. Him and his team somehow burned the candle at both ends during the event, made a highlight reel of the entire weekend in real time, which left people sitting in their chairs scratching their heads, wondering how they got into the video so quickly. We're literally sitting there watching a video of us about the weekend, but in highlight reel finished format up on the screen. And I know we've talked about this in length before, but Pat, I just gotta say, dude, you're literally the stepdad that the Pokemon YouTube community never knew that they needed. The way you brought the Pokemon community together with this event, Pat, is literally not something I think that we can comprehend quite yet, but we're really gonna understand what you've done, I think, in the near future and in the years to come. But I know one thing for sure, we're gonna all be able to look back at this event and say with confidence that we were a part of a special moment. And really, we all have something in common now. We're all first geners when it comes to Card Party because we all went to CP First Edition. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next live or the next episode. Peace out.